Today I'm going to show you how to embellish a dress with applique shapes. First of all, I'm drawing some circular shapes on freezer paper. These are going to act as a template, so these are the right size for my finished applique shapes. And I'm going to add seam allowance as I cut them out. So the beauty of freezer paper is that it'll iron onto whatever fabric you're choosing to applique. So I'm just going to cut the shapes out with some paper scissors. You'll notice some of the shapes are circular and some of them are circular with the odd hole in the middle, just to add a bit of variety. And they're rough circles, they're not precise circles. So I've got a variety of different linens left over from various dressmaking projects, and I'm going to iron with the shiny side of the paper facing the wrong side of the fabric. I'm going to iron the freezer paper to the fabric, and this will be a template for me pressing the seam allowance in to get the lovely curved shapes. So here I've cut them with a seam allowance of about 3/8 of an inch, and I'm just going to slowly work my way around the shape, pressing the seam allowance in as I go. If you want, you can use fabric starch just to hold that a little bit better than just the iron. It's totally up to you. Just have a play and see what works best. So we're going to do that for every shape. Once with the holes in the middle, you may need to, or you will need to put some snips into the seam allowance to get that smooth corner in the middle there. So this is my dress that I am embellishing. It does have a panel on the bottom which I've replaced and made a bit wider because it was a bit short for me, to be honest, this dress. So you don't need a double-sided fabric to say your applique shapes on. Excuse the back of my head, I'm a bit prone to doing that. So obviously on the bottom panel there where it is double backed, I've opened it out so that the hand stitching won't show on the inside, but it really doesn't matter if it does. So I'm playing with the composition and the colour balance of the different shapes and working out which shape I want where. Obviously you can cut more shapes out and have a play. Remove the freezer paper from your shapes and pin the shapes to your dress, folding in that seam allowance that you pressed. Then it comes to hand stitching them on. So I'm using a thread that matches the colour of the shape rather than the colour of the dress, and I'm coming up along the pressed fold, straight down, and then along a little bit further, back up along the pressed fold and straight down. So I'm just going to work my way slowly around the shape. So when you get to an edge that's not quite folded in like that, we're just going to refold it along that pressed edge and it should just fold nicely. So hand stitch your shapes in place. So once you've finished your design, have a review. I decided to add some more shapes. I didn't feel it was bold enough and enough of a splash of a colour. I've used a bowl, plate, whatever, just to give a circular reference, if you like. As you can see, I'm showing you there with my seam and picker that the shapes are roughly half a circle. They really don't have to be, but I just chose to go with that. I sewed these on, and then, to be honest, I added yet more circles just at the top, another couple, just to emphasise the side seam. And I played with colour and worked out which colour I would prefer in different places. So here's the finished dress.